So I have a feeling this will be a bit rambly, but I've been thinking a lot, just in the past couple of days especially, about how one of the biggest hindrances that I'm facing at the moment with all the other life-changing things that I'm trying to go through is that I really don't have any friends. And that's kind of a problem when you're not young. I mean, obviously I'm comparatively young, but you know, when you're in grade school or high school or college, it's a lot easier to meet friends because you're around people who are in the same sort of place, socially and mentally and emotionally and all of that. And when you're 30 and you're out in the working world and you know, most of the people who are your age are we're just at a different point in our lives. And one of the big problems for me is that, you know, being 30 and having roughly the emotional age of a 3-year-old, and, you know, having interests that aren't considered mainstream, it becomes very hard to know how to meet people. And plus, you know, finding many 30-somethings, or, you know, I mean, I could be friends with people of all different ages, but, you know, finding people who are young and vivacious who do not have children at my age is practically impossible. So that can be hard. So it seems like I tend to look to younger people because they're more in a place socially, emotionally, that I consider myself to be. Because I think, you know, part of the decision not to have children was greatly a decision to not have to grow up. And so, you know, I have no problem being kind of a flamboyant weirdo and being, you know, goofy in stores and stuff like that. And, you know, being somebody who's probably not a very good role model if you were to bring up a child. So, you know, not that I'm a law-breaking citizen or anything like that, but, you know, I just feel like I can't really relate to a lot of people my age, and that makes it difficult to go out and meet friends. And another problem is just being, you know, a teetotaler. It's not like I can just, like, go out to a bar and meet people who are going to have the same interests as me, because drinking is not an interest for me. So, so that really is a problem. I mean, not that I have any problem with people drinking, but I would much prefer to go out with people I already knew than to try to meet people in that kind of situation. So, you know, I'm trying to you know, talk to people and things like that. It seems like most of the folks I find are just in different parts of the country, and that's kind of difficult because I would really like to actually have a social life. I haven't in years, and, you know I was always a really terrible friend, and I wish I could go back and change that, but unfortunately time is not really rewindable, so that's not possible. But just think about having been, you know, quite a little shit to most people, and I really never meant it. I just didn't know how to be a decent human being, and that sucks. And I really am just kind of learning it now. Just, you know, basic relationship stuff, reciprocating and understanding how to talk to people and not make them feel horrible. And, you know, a lot of that's really difficult, and especially if you don't grow up in a supportive environment that really encourages social behavior and friendship, it becomes almost alien. And because I did grow up in that environment where, you know, being social was not forbidden, but it was looked down upon, and my family would say pretty mean things to me about wanting to hang out with friends and go out and do things. You know, it was very much discouraged for me to have a social life. It just feels like, you know, trying to get into that now is like it's a stranger in a strange land situation. It's like I have to speak a language that I don't know. And, you know, they expect, well, you're 30 years old, you should have some experience with this, and I don't. And it's just really kind of strange. So, so it's funny, I spend so much time just like hanging out on YouTube, watching all sorts of fun people having fun times, and just thinking, I wish they could be my friends, but it just doesn't work that way, and so many friendships that I have had have ended because, partially because I just didn't know how to do the whole friend thing, and then a lot of it was just, you grow up and you grow apart, and me being kind of a square, again, I wasn't into the whole binge drinking stuff, so, college friendships were so greatly based on that for most people, so I just not having any part of that. But now it's like I look around and I think, how am I going to do this? How am I going to find people who share the same interests, who give a crap about the same things I give a crap about, or who maybe don't, and maybe I don't know anything that they're interested in, and we just find common ground and find interest in the things that we're each interested in. So, that's really what I want. I want to meet people and find out more about them, and instead of the kidhood kind of friendship that's based on, like, we're in the same classes and, we have the same teacher and we shop at the same store kind of stuff. It's like, I just want to meet really interesting people who are interesting to talk to, and I have no idea how the hell to do that. So this is going to be a learning curve for me, but I'm trying.